You can literally buy everything you need from birth to death. Oh my God.
These are 10 Costco items you need to stop buying right now because it's time to rethink your shopping list. Designer clothes.
Do you have any bigger clothes, or do you only shop at Baby Gap?
Now, it's true that Costco carries well-known brands like DKNY, but before you make a beeline for their clothing section, let's shed some light on why buying designer clothes at Costco might not be the best choice. According to Budget Fashionista, you can find DKNY hoodies at Costco for a tempting price of $24.99 and polo jeans t-shirts for a mere $9.97. However, it's important to consider that the quality of these items may not be on par with what you'd find in dedicated department stores. For a better experience and higher quality, it's recommended to shop for designer brands at department stores, especially when they go on sale. Plus, let's not forget that Costco doesn't have fitting rooms.
Let's open this up for you. Underwear stays on. Are we clear on that?
So if you bring something home and it doesn't look or feel right, you'll have to make the trip back to the store. Now, when it comes to outlet stores, while they may carry authentic designer goods, these items are often different from what you'll find in brand retail stores. In the past, outlets were known for selling overstock and factory seconds, but nowadays they manufacture separate lines specifically for outlet sales. So, much like Costco, you won't be getting incredible prices on authentic, top-quality designer apparel. Toilet paper.
What's so bad about toilet paper? It gets the job done.
Toilet paper, the everyday essential that became a symbol of panic and chaos during uncertain times. Who can forget the infamous toilet paper shortages and the subsequent price gouging that unfolded before our eyes in 2020, triggering a wave of panic buying and hoarding, leaving store shelves barren and customers in dismay. Thankfully, the situation has since stabilized, and we find ourselves back in the realm of comparative shopping for this bathroom staple. When it comes to toilet paper, it's essential to look beyond the price tag and delve into the nitty-gritty details. Check the number of sheets per roll and the cost per sheet to ensure you're getting the best value for your money. Don't be swayed solely by the number of rolls. It's possible to find 2 packages of toilet paper with the same price, but one might contain fewer sheets than the other. Paying attention to these finer points allows you to make an informed decision and avoid any unpleasant surprises when restocking your supply.
You can't spare 3 squares?
No, I don't have a square to spare. I can't spare a square.
Now, let's talk about cost. Inflation has kept toilet paper prices relatively high in recent years, but there's an interesting contender in the market, Walmart. Surprisingly, Walmart's prices for non-grocery items, including toilet paper, can compete with those of Costco. So if you have a Walmart located closer to your home, it's worth considering the savings in gas and time that come with a shorter drive. As a bonus, Walmart often offers a wider selection of non-grocery items, providing you with more options to choose from. Fruits and vegetables.
Fruits on a go. Go, fruits.
Let's talk about everyone's favorite healthy choice, fresh fruits and vegetables. When it comes to shopping at Costco, there are a few things to consider before loading up your cart with an abundance of produce. First off, let's address the elephant in the room, bulk buying. At Costco, everything is sold in larger quantities, which means instead of buying just a few apples or oranges, you might find yourself staring at a giant bag of fruit. Sure, it might seem like a great deal initially, but let's be real here. How many apples can one person or a family consume in a day? While some fruits and veggies can stay fresh for a while, bananas unfortunately aren't known for their long-lasting nature. You might find yourself scrambling to consume a dozen bananas before they turn into a mushy mess. And let's not forget that most produce needs to be refrigerated to stay fresh. If you have a smaller family or you don't go through fruits and veggies like a rabbit on steroids, buying in bulk might result in a lot of wasted food and wasted money. Now, Costco's produce is of acceptable quality or even better, but if you're after the absolute freshest and locally sourced fruits and veggies, you won't find them in the warehouse's aisles. That's where farmers markets come in. Crisp apples, vibrant tomatoes, and juicy peaches, all picked at the peak of perfection and brought straight from nearby farms. It doesn't get much fresher than that. Milk.
I assure you, this is the highest quality milk available.
Unless you have a large family that guzzles down a few gallons of milk each week, it might be wise to steer clear of this particular aisle. The containers at Costco are bulkier and heavier compared to what you typically find at regular grocery stores. While it may seem cost-effective to buy in larger quantities, there's a high chance that a significant portion of the milk will end up going to waste before you can finish it all.
I had no idea you could milk a cat. Oh yeah, you can milk anything with nipples.
Now, let's consider the preferences within your household. What if you prefer the lightness of 1% milk, your partner insists on unsweetened almond milk, and your little ones stubbornly refuse to drink anything other than whole milk? Ah, the joys of catering to everyone's tastes. At your local grocery store, you'll find a diverse array of milk options to suit everyone's preferences. By opting for your neighborhood grocery store, you can avoid the hassle of purchasing oversized jugs that may go unconsumed or spoil before they're finished. Just like Costco, our videos come in bulk, so smash that subscribe button and become an official Babble Topper. Thanks. Spices.
That's a spicy meatball!
Spices, the magical ingredient that adds flavor and depth to our meals and a must-have in any kitchen. However, when it comes to purchasing spices in bulk from Costco, it may not always be the wisest investment. You see, spices do have a shelf life. While it's true that their longevity is relatively impressive, typically lasting up to 6 months, it's unlikely that you'll be able to make your way through a giant container of chili seasoning fast enough. As tempting as the cost savings may seem, it's important to assess your usage patterns realistically.
Besides, we got a full load of spice. We can't just leave it.
Damn the spice!
Spices lose their potency over time, and their flavors can become dull and lackluster. By purchasing a vast quantity, you run the risk of not being able to enjoy the full potential of each spice before it loses its magic. When you go for smaller portions of spices, you'll keep them fresh and bursting with flavor, ensuring that your dishes reach their full potential. Plus, it opens up a world of experimentation with a wide variety of spices without worrying about any leftovers going to waste. Books.
Here you go, Seamus. Thanks, I'll put it right on my shelf.
Now, when it comes to Costco's book selection, it's important to note that it's an ever-changing landscape. If you search for fiction books on their website, you'll come across an abundance of box sets tailored for children and young adults, but you may not find as many single copies.
How can you read this? There's no pictures.
Other genres like nonfiction, cookbooks, and reference books also make an appearance. While the physical stores offer a broader range of choices, including single copies, it's important to manage your expectations when searching for a specific title, especially if you're seeking something a little more unique than the usual bestsellers. Of course, you can still turn to online platforms to order books, but sometimes there's a charm in stepping into a locally owned bookstore, even if it means paying a slightly higher price. These bookstores offer a delightful browsing experience, allowing you to explore shelves filled with literary treasures and perhaps stumble upon unexpected gems. Additionally, don't overlook the wonders of used bookstores. They often house an eclectic selection of books spanning various genres at affordable prices. The beauty of used bookstores lies in the unexpected discoveries that await you. Perhaps a long-forgotten classic, a rare edition, or a unique out-of-print gem. And, of course, your local library is an incredible resource waiting to be explored. Cereal.
Free cereal!
Free cereal.
When it comes to cereal, Costco offers some popular choices like Special K, Frosted Flakes, and Cheerios. However, it's important to note that the selection may not be as extensive as what you'll find at grocery stores. If you have a specific preference for cereals like Kashi, Fiber One, or Cap'n Crunch's Crunch Berries, for example, you might have trouble finding them at Costco. Additionally, the packaging at Costco often includes double boxes with 2 bags inside, which are larger than the single boxes typically found in other stores. To make an accurate price comparison, it's essential to check the cost per ounce. For instance, Special K with strawberries is priced at 28 cents per ounce at Costco and 27.7 cents per ounce at Walmart. While the price difference may not be significant, it's worth considering your specific circumstances. If you're the only one in your household who eats a particular cereal and you don't consume it daily, the cereal can become stale quickly, leading to potential waste. Also, if you purchase a combo pack with multiple flavors, the additional flavors may not be as appealing to you as your favorite one. Grocery stores often offer a better cereal selection with smaller packaging, making it easier to find your preferred choices without the risk of getting bored or wasting food. It's advisable to wait for sales and make use of coupons whenever possible to maximize savings. Over-the-counter pain medications.
My back! Oh.
My back!
When it comes to over-the-counter pain medications, Costco offers an array of options, including large bottles of Advil, Tylenol, and Aleve. In addition to the well-known brands, Costco also offers oversized containers of other pain medications like aspirin, Kirkland ibuprofen, and acetaminophen. While Costco's prices for these medications can be competitive, it's important to consider whether you really need a bottle with 360 Advil pills. The large quantity might tempt you to take more medication than necessary. It's important to be aware of the potential risks associated with overusing these pain medications. Taking excessive doses, including acetaminophen and aspirin, can have serious health implications such as the development of ulcers, internal stomach bleeding, kidney and liver problems, and high blood pressure. It's important to follow the recommended dosages and guidelines provided by healthcare professionals to ensure safe use of these medications. Blade Tenderized Beef.
Good morning, everyone. I brought some burgers and fries.
When it comes to beef, Costco's meat department offers an extensive array of cuts that will make any carnivore's heart skip a beat. However, if you come across the term blade tenderized on the label, it's best to give that beef a pass. But why, you might ask? Blade tenderized beef, also known as mechanically tenderized or needled beef, undergoes a process where sharp mechanical blades or needles are used to penetrate the meat. This technique is employed to break up the muscle fiber in cuts that are naturally less tender. Visually, blade tenderized meats might appear identical to their untenderized counterparts. However, the United States Department of Agriculture, or USDA, warns that this method of tenderizing could pose health risks. The external surface of the beef may harbor bacteria that can find their way inside the meat during the tenderizing process. Moreover, it's essential for the equipment to be meticulously sanitized to prevent cross-contamination between different pieces of meat.
Why is the meat on the outside? The bread is supposed to be on the outside.
While cooking the beef to the recommended internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit can eliminate bacteria, why take the risk? Look for other cuts that haven't gone through the process. You can always tenderize the meat yourself at home using a trusty meat mallet or a sharp knife. Candy.
You were trying to see if I had somehow turned into candy, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Let's talk about everyone's guilty pleasure, candy. Now, we're all familiar with those irresistible bagged candies that Costco has to offer. They're the perfect go-to for trick-or-treaters and classroom parties. But let's take a pause and really think about it. Does it make sense to have an abundance of candy sitting in your pantry? While natural sugars found in fruits, veggies, dairy, and grains are relatively healthier, added sugar is where the trouble begins.
I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger.
Excessive consumption of added sugar can lead to diabetes, heart problems, and a host of other serious medical issues. But let's focus on the candy aisle at Costco. Instead of treating yourself to a single candy bar, you'll find yourself walking out with a giant bag of them.
Ooh, those caramel macadamia chocolates are my favorite.
Now, there's no denying the pure pleasure of sinking your teeth into a delicious chocolatey Kit Kat bar or savoring the tanginess of Sour Patch Kids. However, after a while, those treats can start to feel a bit monotonous. Variety is the spice of life, after all. If you're going to splurge on candy, why not visit an actual candy store for a better selection? Not only will you find a wider range of delightful options, but you'll also have more control over the amount you purchase.
Welcome to my candy factory.
We've got more. Just tap or click for another great video. Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. And hey, leave us a comment.